walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I am on a mission to help you to step into your power so that you can create the life you desire. Visit me at empoweredlifeprograms.com to learn more. Hello. It's been some time since I last did one of these videos or podcast episodes, whichever way you're watching or listening to this. And there's a reason for that, and you'll find out at the end. But so today I want to talk about manifesting and how to harness the power of the Akashic records. So I'm starting to realize that not too many people understand the power of the Akashic records and how it can be harnessed to manifest what you want, let alone even like most people haven't even heard of the Akashic records. So yeah, anyway. So when a person comes to me for a soul profile and realignment, they do so because they have something going on in their life that they are struggling to resolve. And there could be problems with career, finances, family, relationships, and more. And despite everything they've tried, the situation hasn't improved. So they book a session with me or they're reading with me because they understand that whatever's going on, it's not necessarily something that's within their conscious awareness. And I don't know about you, but you know, we go about life on autopilot a lot of the time. And when we're not consciously taking our actions or watching our thoughts and emotions and everything else going on, we can really steer off course and well away from where we actually want to go. So there's many reasons why we've got these unconscious patterns running the show. And the Akashic records help us to understand that. You know, it could be that your issue stems from a past life or a long forgotten childhood trauma or something along those lines. Or it could be that you have an energetic depletion due to an interaction with a specific person or group of people in your life. There's a whole host of things that can be found. And that's why the Akashic records are so awesome, because it has everything that your soul is going to let me see, because I can't see information that your soul isn't prepared to deal with, okay? So how do you harness the power of the Akashic records for manifesting? Okay, well, first I've got to tell you what it has, or what the Akashic records hold. And I mentioned before, not many people know what the Akashic records are, and it's like an energetic book of your soul. So every single thought, emotion, action, lifetime, everything that's ever happened to you since you were first created as a little soul, a little light being, has been captured within the Akashic record. So I can tap into that information, and there's a big intuitive process that happens, and I need to channel that information from the record so that I can actually document it to help you. So what we find out, or generally for a soul profile and realignment, which is what I do, I find out how you are wired at soul level. And this is really important when it comes to setting intentions and taking actions towards your goals, because if your intentions or your actions are out of alignment with who you are at soul level, you're going to create more mess than actually what you want. That's often what happens with a lot of my clients. You'll understand your soul-given gifts, strengths, and abilities. Now, this really helps people to get clearer on their life purpose. Like, I know I was in a job that was completely out of alignment with who I was. And when I started doing this work, I realized why. And I also realized that the work I was doing was very much in alignment with what I was doing. And I just needed to make a few tweaks to how I delivered my work to my clients to really put it into alignment with who I am. So you'll get that. You'll find out why you thrive in some situations and not so much in others. And it all comes down to this wiring, how you are wired as a soul. You'll also find out why certain circumstances in your life aren't going as you'd like. And the biggest part of your reading is where I dig into the unconscious patterns that are currently running the show. So when a client books with me, they send me a big list of everything that's going on that they would like to change. And it can be completely unrelated. So you might have your relationship could be on the rocks, your car keeps getting a flat tire, you could be struggling with money, you know, put it all in. And I look at the whole thing, and some of them get bundled up together as I do the reading, and that's just what I find within the records, because there could be one old block or restriction from a past life that's impacting on 3 different life areas, for example. there's a whole lot more that we find, and we get really deep into the soul story. So what actually happened in that past life that caused you to take a specific action, which is now playing out at this point in time. So once we have this information, I can then help you to come up with an action plan to step out of the patterns that have been holding you back and into new patterns that align with you at soul level. Now, the base information, along with a copy of your soul profile, is sent to you with the recording of your reading. That is all sent to you, and then we have a catch-up call a few weeks later, because there's some homework you need to do between when I do the reading and send it to you and when we speak next, so that we can make sure all of the clearing within the Akashic records has been completed. So I do a bit of an energetic clearing, so to speak. So in a post or in a episode like this or a video, it's hard to articulate just how much information is provided to you in this type of reading and how life-changing it can be to finally understand why life isn't turning out how you'd like and what you can do about it. All too often we keep putting band-aids on the problem and we're masking the symptoms, but we're not actually getting to the root cause. And I've done a lot of modalities, and I've worked in a whole bunch of healing modalities and so on, and a lot of them don't really dig very deep, which is why without this work, the problem seems to keep showing up again, but in different forms, that sort of thing. So we try to get to the bottom of exactly why something's going wrong, what you can do about it to not only stop it, but to stop it coming back. And that way you can move forward into an experience that feels good to you. So once you have that information, you can make better choices for yourself, and you can manifest a physical experience that is desirable, like I've just mentioned. Now, if you're not ready to jump into something like an Akashic Records reading, I have just released a free Manifesting Decoded course. It's short, sharp, to the point, and it'll only take you a couple of hours max to get through the whole thing. But what it does is sort of gives you an idea of, what's keeping you stuck in your present reality, why you're struggling to manifest what you want, how to overcome your present problems and limitations, how to stop attracting what you don't want, how to manifest what you do want, and how to, measure how you are going against your desires. So if you're working towards a goal, how do you know if you're heading in the right direction? Because a lot of the time we don't take action because we're afraid it's going to be the wrong action and will potentially make our situation worse than it already is. So if you want to go and have a look at that, head over to alignedwisdom.com. That's my other website. /decode. So alignedwisdom.com/decode. Sign up for the free course. Once you've completed the course, you will be given an offer to join our online collective. You get the first month free. So that's where you can get some online coaching as well and potential healing as well. So there's a whole lot of stuff that's offered in there. So make sure you go and at least take a look. It won't cost you anything for the first month, and you can opt out before you have to start paying if it's not for you. So anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I look forward to talking to you again very, 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 very soon.